So recently I started reading the Iliad and Odyssey. I want to read them all in order. um, they're hard books. Wouldn't recommend for anybody who doesn't like long traditional literature. And definitely if you don't like reading, definitely do not go for either of these books. I'm reading them in order because I think it's really cool that a blind guy, or maybe multiple people. I mean, the thing about Homer, the author of the Iliad and Odyssey, is we don't really know if he was just one person. He could have been multiple people. He might not have even existed. It's another one of those figures that's just shrouded in mystery. But yeah, anyway, the Iliad and Odyssey, very hard. Wouldn't recommend unless you're a big fan of traditional literature. And the cool thing about the Odyssey is, since Homer was blind, he was unable to write things himself, so he couldn't record what he was thinking up for this story, so he just had to remember it. He did have quite the photographic memory, we think, but still, it's really difficult for a blind man to write a book. So what he did is he got people to write it for him, and he'd sit down, and he would have probably more than one person around him, and he would read out the story from his head, and they would write everything down. But the funny thing is, you know, obviously when you have a giant poem that's, you know, thousands upon thousands of lines, it's going to be really hard to remember some of the parts. So whatever he didn't remember, he would just make up. So if you're ever reading the Iliad and Odyssey, you'll find a lot of parts where it seems like that, you know, that seems kind of improvised, that doesn't really make sense. And a lot of the Iliad and Odyssey is improvised and doesn't really make sense because Homer, you know, since he can't write anything down, he did have a photographic memory, but that doesn't really help you as much as you'd like it to when you're writing, I think it's 17,000 lines, recording the last battle of the Trojan War. But yeah, really hard book. I'm trying to read them in order. And my school has this system called AR, Accelerated Reader, and you have to read certain genres of books for it, and you have to take tests on them, and depending on what you get on the test, you'll pass your AR for the quarter, which is a few weeks period, or 9 weeks, I think it is. And depending on how many books you have to read, you'll probably want to pick smaller ones, and, you know, but I only have to do 3 books this quarter, so I am in luck. And it turns out it was really easy because I finished my books last quarter already, and I said, well, why don't I just get a head start on my new ones? So that's what I did. I read all of the new ones, and it wasn't that hard. I picked easier books, but still, you know, enough to pass as a grade for somebody of my reading ability in, you know, in our grade. And it worked out fine, so now I've had a bunch of time to go over the Iliad, and I'm like 400 pages in. Almost. I'm like 350 pages in, I'd say. Oh, just won that, and I didn't even get past yellow. But, yeah. Wait, what's the item? Cobblestone. Oh. But yeah, Iliad and Odyssey in order. The Iliad kind of recounts everything that happened in the last battle of the Trojan War. And the Odyssey accounts like all of the heroes and troops going home and their adventures to get back. And So my plan is to read the Iliad, finish it, take a test on it, then read the Odyssey, finish it, take a test on it, and then I think I'm going to read the Aeneid, because a lot of people see it as, like, a sequel to the Iliad and Odyssey. And I don't remember exactly why, I just know a lot of people see it like that. I don't know the reasoning behind it. Okay. Yeah, and the way my school works, everything's set up in 9-week periods about. So, like, I have 9 weeks until the end of the grading period, and at the end of the 9 weeks, all my grades are set officially. It's the end of the semester, and speaking of the end of the semesters, we usually have our finals in the last 3 days of the semester, the last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and, I don't know, they didn't tell us why, but this year they canceled our finals, which was a lifesaver for me because I was basically failing algebra, and if my grade got any worse, I probably would have got a failing grade. And algebra is my weakest class. I think I was talking about, oh yeah, my school for some reason just canceled finals, and they didn't tell us why. And it's weird because, like, last year they canceled finals, but it was because of COVID and everything, and they didn't have enough time to teach us the material because they were too busy, like, prepping the teachers for virtual learning. So they canceled our finals, and because of that, most people didn't even retain the material, but that's okay, because, I mean, when are we ever going to use it anyway? I take that back. When people say, oh, I'm never going to use this, most of them are wrong, because if they have a career where they have to go to college, or they have to do some sort of, like, extended academics or whatever, like college or a trade school, a lot of the skills you learn in high school are essential. Like, if you are, if you are in high school and you want to be, like, a scientist of some sort, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to focus on science and not math, because it'll be fine. That's the worst option, because math is the language of science. Math is the language of science, and the last thing you want if you want to be a scientist is to not focus and get good grades in math, because that's going to come back to bite you later. Okay, go in the middle of that. But yeah, that's basically the gist of what I'm trying to say. Don't say, I'm never going to use this, because chances are you probably will, and you just don't want to have to accept the fact that you will, eventually. Which, I know that kind of stinks, it's just a stupid reality. But, sometimes the world works, and not the way you want to. I don't think you can. Isn't it just... Oh. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. Or Minecraft idiot. I guess I'm not an idiot, but... What really bothers me, and why I can tell that I'm, like, a natural loser, is because when I talk to my friends at school, and they some of them have the same classes as me, and they'll talk about, like, oh, dude, we have this science quiz, but it's super easy, so I'm not gonna study, and they don't study. I'm like, oh, they're gonna get an F, and I study all night, grinding, learning all the material, and then they go the next day and take the quiz, and they get, like, an A+, and I get, like, a C, and they're like, oh, dude, that was super easy, I didn't even study. That really bothers me. Because I know if I put that much effort into things, and I still don't do good, then it's probably not gonna turn out well. we'll play one more game. Okay. Now, I said this last time, but if there's one thing I've learned from taking countless falls in single-player worlds and worlds with my friends, it's that it's really hard to die if you land on just the hay bales. And it's really hard to fall fast if you land in cobwebs. Okay. This one is the worst game. Ooh. I think I've got it. I got it. Bam. Less is better. They just make these ones trick questions now, and it's really hard to see because people always stand right in the middle. Yeah. See, sometimes there's no winner. The designers of the games or whatever are just having a lot of fun torturing people. Easy. I mean, that was really difficult. I should put more effort in next time. Okay, so... Okay. No. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this spot. Yup. Bam. Oh, this one's awful. Nope, I don't want to be here. Ugh. That was weird. I hit a cactus and it didn't get me out, but then the person hit me again and then I got out. That was kind of funny. Whoa. Okay, I was gonna say, I had a bad feeling about that person for a second. Excuse me. Oh, I missed that for a second. I was actually gonna mine right over it. I almost lost that. Yeah, I'm not like an avid reader. I binge read. So what I do is I don't read for a really long time because reading is boring for me most of the time, and then I just find a really good book and I read it for 3 days straight, non-stop, and I read every single last page, and then I never read it again. It takes a really good book for me to binge read, though. The only books I've found that I binge read are what was it? The only books I binge read are the Iliad, obviously, the Magic Treehouse books, and this one, this one book called Peak by, what was it? It's like Roland Smith, I think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Roland Smith. It's a really good book. It's about a 14-year-old who climbs Mount Everest. Or, you know, he tries to climb Mount Everest and he goes with a couple friends. I've read that like 5 times, and 3 of the times were in 1 year. The other 2 this year. And my PC just went on night mode, even though it's only, my PC just went on night mode, even though it's only 5:15 where I live, which is kind of weird. Or I think it went on night mode. It looks a lot like it. I mean, I have a lamp on, and it's giving like an orangish glow in the room, so I guess it's probably not on night mode. I just think it is because the lamp. Okay, this is looking like a good round. I'm gonna win. I got this. Yup. Okay, I don't want to attract any more attention. Okay, that was a dirty move. I know. I just wanted to make sure he didn't get to it. Okay, I'm definitely gonna lose this one. I always lose this round specifically. I have never Actually, I've won this one time, but it was by a fluke. Yeah, see, I can't get there in time. Especially when that guy's hitting me back. It's okay, I'm still tied with somebody for first. Where's the button? Where is the button? Oh, there it is. Bam. That's another bam. What I do? Oh, wait, I can't sing that. I'll get copyrighted. Actually, I don't know if I'll get copyrighted because it isn't technically made by, like, a registered artist. Actually, no, it is. I think he's registered on Apple Music. I don't know if I can say his name either. I'm not really familiar with the copyright laws. I might have to cut that out. You know what? I'll just leave it in and see if I get copyrighted. It'll be a first-time experience. Okay, okay, I could win this. I really want to win a game before I go. So I think the best strategy right now is to just run from all my problems. Just like I always do, and it works out fine. Okay, this guy's targeting me. I might have to take care of him. Bam, that's another... Okay. That guy is getting extremely annoying. Yes! Okay, he fell. Maybe I shouldn't hold my bow, because then people will start... Oh, that was close. I thought I was gonna die there. What I do is when people's coming. No, 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 I can't sing that. Clutch. Okay. Okay, that's getting too close. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna chase you. Joke, bro. No, I can't sing that either. Copyright is awful. It sucks. Okay. I don't want to let this person right here win, because they're in second place. They're my only rival right now. Whoa. Oh, man. Perfect. Anyways. Yeah. Looks like my internet did a lot better today. I didn't have to reset my router once. And overall, really good. You know, I played 3 games. I won one. So that's like 3-1 ratio. That's pretty good for me. And, yeah, that's it.